how's it going? Matthew Bailey Media here, and welcome to another 2024 movie review. Now, this time it is going to be on a movie that, honestly, I didn't think I was going to see something like this, but I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot, especially because it's being directed by the same guy who did the Quiet Place films that my good YouTube friend Matthew Davis Media has seen, and I don't think I've seen anything that's been directed by John Krasinski before, and I think this is the first time I've seen one of his films, and this is, of course, the movie If, which is short for Imaginary Friends. Now, this stars a little girl named Bee, whose dad is having some trouble in the hospital, and when they move into this place, she ends up meeting this guy played by Ryan Reynolds, who can see imaginary friends, and she decides to try to help him connect them with new kids, or sometimes they even try to go so far as to find the old kids that these imaginary friends had to try to reconnect them in a way. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, I will say, when I first heard what the I and the F stood for in this movie, I thought, this reminded me so much of a show I actually watched growing up on Cartoon Network called Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. If any of y'all have ever seen that show, it's pretty weird. I mean, I don't think I've seen every episode from that show, but it was really interesting. And this is pretty much like a movie version of that show, except, and it's funny because I think that one of the main imaginary friends in this movie is named Blue, who's the big purple guy, but he's not blue, obviously, so. And even the kid is different, so I thought that was pretty weird. But in regards to the rest of the movie, I will say some of the imaginary friends I thought were interesting. Blue, obviously, being the main one. You had another one who was voiced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Now, we all know how crazy it turned out for her in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, but thankfully she isn't featured too much in this movie, so that's sort of a good thing. We even had Awkwafina make a surprise appearance. I think there was like Emily Blunt, Sam Rockwell. I think even Bradley Cooper was in there at one point, who voices Rocket from the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Ryan Reynolds' character I thought was pretty funny. I mean, of course, it's Ryan Reynolds. He's always going to be funny. The girl who plays Bee, I thought was an okay character. I mean, she had an interesting story arc. Now, again, this wasn't a great film. I would say it's like more of a fun movie for young kids who probably still actually have imaginary friends and all that sort of stuff. And again, these are kids with imaginary friends, not adults, kids. And I thought it was an entertaining story. I mean, not a great film, but I still think it was okay. So you're probably not going to see this on my best films of the year list, or even the worst, but it was like maybe in the middle, so to speak. I thought it was an okay film, and like I said, it's technically the next kids film after Kung Fu Panda 4 that came out this year. So, and honestly, if I had to choose between the two, I'd probably prefer Kung Fu Panda 4 over this movie. But anyways, let me give you my rating of the movie. So, for my rating of If, like I said, I thought it was an okay film. It was definitely had some of its moments, some good, some not so good, but I still thought it was an entertaining movie at least. So I'm going to give the movie If a 3.5 out of 5. Yep, 3.5, meaning it wasn't a bad film and it wasn't a great film, it was just a good enough film to still get a decent rating. So anyways, that's all for now in this movie review. And the next movie review I'm probably going to be seeing after this will be the Garfield movie, I get this, voiced by Chris Pratt. Man, Chris Pratt's been voicing a lot of recent characters lately. He voiced Emmett in Lego movies, he voiced a character in Onward. Now he's about to voice he voiced Mario, now he's about to voice Garfield. When is his career ever going to slow down? But anyways, that's all for now in this movie review, and as always, I will see all you guys in the next video.